high college level. But just knowing how hard it is, especially your first time going out there as being the man, being the starter,
It's tough. And you got
it's like it's just a lot going on.
man, we got
So
we got a superstar,
if
bro.
I just say by this time next year, if we're still talking this way, he's still having injury issues or whatever the case may be, accuracy issues. Then maybe I could have a little bit more leniency on. Okay, well maybe this wasn't what we should have did. I just see so many good flashes of the guy. It's hard for me to look back and remember Christian Ponder and remember Tavares Jackson and
Man,
remember Spurgeon Wynn and
man.
remember it's like remember just who we just had a few years ago, Jason Hall or whatever the fuck his name was from BYU. It's so mind blowing to me as a Vikings fan that we as Vikings fans get amnesia
Listen,
over the bullshit we didn't had to see and deal with to where now where we actually have a quarterback that we have to develop, we don't want to give him the time to develop. That's
but
just
no,
it's just
it just
mind
comes
blowing
with
to me.
man. It that's like playing with LeBron, my G. Like we don't. If you get somebody to play with Brian, they're not waiting for tomorrow, man. They're waiting for right now. Like when you got a superstar, you can't really. The window is short. You feel me? And so that's just really
Right.
what's
But
going down.
but
It's just the window, man.
well, that's kind of what my homeboy was saying as far as like he would have kept Sam Darnold because his argument was most teams in the NFL right now that
What done happened? Oh shoot! What you say, man? It kicked me out. What you say? Most good.
oh,
What?
okay. I said he said today's NFL is more of what is your scheme, what is your style, what is that's like kind of what you're known for. When you think of Kansas City, you think of Andy Reid and his offense.
Man,
When you think of
you kick you.
uh huh, I keep
They
going in and out.
no. I was gonna say they keep you man. It's like it's man. You're gonna go through some woes if you got a young quarterback. Back in the day, they didn't used to start quarterbacks young. So they used to have to go
Not
sit
just
behind
that, it's
somebody and learn this game. Like you expecting
that
somebody
that's
who
very
don't know
true.
the game
That's
to
so
just
true.
pick it up in 5 minutes? Come on, bro.
Man, it's
It's
just
impossible.
it's not a it's what it is and this is what pisses me off because this is what his argument was. Well, there's been other rookie quarterbacks the last few years that have came in the game and had success. I said, look at the team and look at what was asked of them and actually go back and see who they played.
And some
I guarantee you they played the bottom of the bums as far as the schedule, and no one was thinking about they monkey ass. Just like what no one was thinking the Vikings was gonna do nothing last year. We was picked to damn near have the first pick this year, this last year. Like no one picked the Vikings to do nothing. So and we didn't play. We played the third. We were the third team in our division that year. So whenever you're the third or the fourth team, it's just like Chicago. Why you think Chicago looks halfway decent this year? They're playing the bottom half of the other team's bottom halves, and they're barely winning, but they're winning just like we did. So I just think that it's a people don't take into context everything that comes into the whole situation. They just look at the product of what's going on, and they're like, oh well, shit. Uh, what's the name for the Commanders? He took them to the NFC Championship game. Such and such, Brock Purdy, and who else did he say? He said Brock Purdy, Jalen Daniels, and C.J. Stroud.
yeah, but
And I said,
uh,
out of those three quarterbacks, I said the main thing that's different between ours is they all were asked to do a lot at the quarterback position in college. I
uh,
said JJ wasn't asked much. That's what didn't make sense to me when we drafted him was if we're not going to have a constant effort to run the ball, you're not going to give him the opportunity for success. because that's not where he's come. He's never had to do that.
Man, just
We're asking him to do something
but
he's
let
never had to do his whole career.
but see that don't even matter though. None of that matters. If you look at all the quarterbacks that's rookies this year, how many of them are really doing good, bro?
None, not none
And
this year.
that's because you every now and then you get a damn superstar that can just come out into the league and just play great damn football.
I
90% of
wouldn't
these
even say it's a superstar,
that's a
bro. I just think
superstar.
it's
Somebody
just the
listen,
opportunity.
man, it's not. Listen, if you can get into the NFL and play at that high pace and start off good, you're a superstar young. That means like you already a stud. It's no different from rookies that play in the NBA. If you got a rookie that's in the NBA who starts off real good, like Victor Wembanyama, he's a superstar already. He's only been in the league for a few years, bro. That's a superstar. Somebody who can just come
That's
and they automatically.
nah. See,
What I mean, listen. What I mean by that is he's automatically ready. You don't have to train a lot to get him to be up to speed. These other guys, they got to learn. They're not up to speed. It's going to take time for them to become somebody that is well respected, who can read plays. It's not a lot of people who got IQ. They've been playing and they just been that damn good compared to the competition. You don't have a lot of IQ players that already know what the hell to do when they first get in the league. It's impossible. You know what I'm saying?
you right.
When we go watch high school football, you can always see somebody who's just way uber more talented than everybody else, and they shine more. Then when you see them
I've
get to the
never
next one,
seen a freshman quarterback play just as well if as a senior quarterback that's played 4 years.
well,
I
no,
just haven't seen it. Not saying it ain't possible. Not saying it. I'm quite sure it's happened quite a few times, but realistically, that generally don't happen. That's why you have JV and freshman year teams because it just takes you a little while to get used to the physical and the speed of the game.
right, but when you do see
What you're
them,
saying,
when you do
we're
see
saying
them,
the
you
same thing. We're
when you
saying the same thing. It's just that what I'm saying is that is the expectation versus it being the realization of what we're saying that's not common.
that's
That's
just talent.
very uncommon.
That's just a little
That's
bit
super uncommon.
when you
And
see it.
is yeah, you can use the term superstar. I would rather you say they just had more game reps, more opportunity in college, so that way when they got to the league, they were better prepared.
But
Not that
see,
they're a superstar, because I can show you a few players that actually killed coming out of college, but were never superstars. Blake Bortles killed the league his first 3 years with the Jacksonville Jaguars. You wouldn't consider him a superstar.
no, but that's him leaning. It goes back to my point I was trying to make.
Would you consider Brock Purdy a superstar?
But wait, let me make my point. The point I'm trying to
No,
make.
because
Listen, it's gonna go. It's gonna
your
answer
point
your
advances to
question because you didn't let me make the point. It's gonna answer your question. When you see people who can do that, they have more talent. That don't mean that you're a superstar.
no, bro.
Let
They
me make
had
my
more
point,
experience
bro.
coming into the
Bro,
league,
let me
Neef.
make my point,
They had
man.
more
Neef,
experience coming into the league.
Neef, let me make my
That's
point.
not
Can I make my
because
point?
that's not you can't
I ain't
no
make my
because you
point.
just sitting here and saying
I never
Brock
made my
Purdy is
point.
more
I
talented.
never said nothing about Brock Purdy, bro. You put that in my mouth. I said talent. I never said my answer was nothing. I never used Brock Purdy in my mouth. What I'm saying is when you get a player who can play all three levels and they don't always shine further out, they lean off of being just that damn good compared to the competition. So like when you see a person that's great in high school, he goes to college and he's good, and then he gets to the league and he's decent, that's him leaning on the talent. It's so far. It goes back to my point. If you can do great like Brock Purdy, you have talent in damn IQ. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can lean on your talent so damn far when you get to the league. What we're depending on right now for who you speaking about is
We're not
fucking
saying the
talent.
same thing.
I know, but
I'm getting a
it's
headache
a
having this
debate.
conversation.
It's a debate. We're
I'm
not
done.
supposed to
I
have.
don't even want to talk about it no more, man.
Okay, that's cool. But you can't make a point and then don't want to hear my point because my shit don't agree with
Your
you.
point makes no sense.
So you can't have talent. So you telling me it's players out here who don't have more talent, but their IQ is not great.
So you're saying the whole argument was JJ's not talented or something. I don't know what
I'm
you're saying
he's not a superstar because he hasn't got his IQ yet. He has talent, but he doesn't have IQ. In order to be a superstar,
you understand how you get IQ? Did you just wake up and know how to count to 100?
Nigga,
Did you just
you just brought up
how to know your ABCs?
Listen,
no, nigga, you was taught that over
But you just brought up two.
Nigga, you learned that over years.
That's my point. You just brought up Brock Purdy.
That's my point.
Listen,
my point is these quarterbacks that are having success coming into the league were already throwing the ball 30 times in college. They already were asked to be the man and run the show.
Exactly.
He was never asked to do that.
He
was never asked to do that.
What I was saying, listen, I was agreeing with you, bro. I was agreeing with you. What I'm saying is that we're leaning on talent right now. The person that you named, the people that you named that came to the league, that's great, that you saying that started off good, that you said Brock Purdy, he has talent and also has great IQ. You're right. It's being in situations, but that's because his IQ is that much better. He doesn't have to.
IQ is that much better because he was asked to throw the ball.
Whose fault is that, bro?
Iowa State.
Whose fault is that?
I'm not saying that's our fault for drafting a quarterback that has never really been asked to do that, but we're asking him to do that.
Okay,
that's
but
our fault. We're not setting him up for success. That's our fault.
I just said that. I said the league be putting out the. Didn't you just hear me? So that's what I'm saying. You leaning on your own answer. I said the league put out players too damn early. Didn't I say that from the jump about rookies?
I don't think it's too early.
It's too early. If he don't got IQ, it's too early. He got to go through some shit.
The only way you can go through some shit is to go out there and do it, right?
Or you can be a backup and learn the game from a talented player.
Ain't nobody learning shit for being no backup.
Was Tom Brady? Was Tom Brady a backup before he started?
He didn't start playing until once he started playing. That's when motherfuckers saw what he could do.
But was he a backup though?
Then once he got out,
was he a backup? Answer my question. Was he a backup or did he just come in the league starting?
He had to be a backup. Drew Bledsoe was there. He's an all-pro.
He's a veteran.
You gonna take him out because Tom Brady's younger?
So why wouldn't you let a veteran show you how to move along with the game? It doesn't mean that you're going to be better than the rookie. Sometimes you got to get on the game. It's the truth. You know I'm not lying.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
So how many quarterbacks was in the 90s? How many quarterbacks got to play starting? You know. Exactly.
Bro,
let's move on, bro. Because you don't want to hear this. Because the thing is,
down the rabbit hole.
Exactly.
I just don't. I don't. You're not gonna see.
It's 2000. It's 2025, bro.
They just agree to disagree, man.
It's 2025. They're pushing these guys out here.
This is what I wanted this pod to be today, because. Yeah, Negro, we on each other today. We not going to be agreeing on much of nothing.
That's cool. That's cool. So, but listen, you gotta
let's keep it going.
That's cool. But you gotta hear you gotta be able to hear my point though.
Your point.
All right, but I'm just saying you be trying to move. I'm finna move on, but you be trying to cut me off and saying that you heard my answer, but you don't be hearing my shit, man. You gotta let me make my point. Because then it sounds like I'm going back and forth with you, and I'm saying the same shit as you.
No.
I'm literally saying the same thing as you, like for real.
We're saying some of the same things. I just think that the way we look at it is different. So, we don't look at it the same way as far as what you're saying. I don't want to keep going because I'm just not going to see what you're saying. You trying to explain it to me a few different ways. I just am not going to be able to see what you're saying.
My only point I was trying to make is in the last few years, there hasn't been any really great quarterbacks to just jump out there and throw out there. In the 90s, they wasn't throwing out rookie quarterbacks like that. They had to go through and sit back and watch. That's all I was trying to say. That's all my point was, bro. But I'm going to move on, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to agree to damn near disagree. You know what I'm saying? This is the Benchmark Podcast. I'm your boy, Broadway Beast. I got your boy with me, Neef, a.k.a. Mr. Perk. Man, you see he already on bull. He ready. He fired up. I'm fired up. I hope y'all appreciate what we got coming, man. We finna hit y'all with some sports talk, man. So, you know what I mean? Without further ado, man, we're going to get on Shedeur Sanders, man. He had his debut game, played in halftime against the Baltimore Ravens this last Sunday. Um, First, let me ask you, what stood out to you the most on this first outing?
I mean, it was unexpected. It wasn't like he had opportunity time to work with the first team, and we knew he was going to be the starter coming into the game, and he had that whole opportunity to go out there and show what he could do. Quarterback Dylan Gabriel got hurt, which is expected. Like I said, don't like little quarterbacks. Never really. I'm not knocking them. It's just always a fear of mine with them being so little diddle. Doesn't take much for them to get hurt. He gets knocked out the game. They bring Shedeur in. Shedeur does the best of his abilities, which didn't look like much of nothing because shit, the Ravens was smart enough to just blitz the house when they had to pass. He didn't know how to protect himself as far as calling the protections and knowing where his hot routes are. It just looked real weird. So like I told you when we were talking about this all year, I just been hoping they wouldn't do him like that, but clearly that's how they want to do him, bro. The coach came out after the game and said Dylan Gabriel was going to be the starter coming in the next week. This Negro's going to be in concussion protocol. How you know he going to be the starter next week? Normally, when you get a concussion, you miss at least one game.
Yeah,
So
he don't even like mentioning that boy name. If you really pay
he don't.
attention, he
He
never
don't.
says name, right?
So I just think it's real weird. I think it's blatant uh just I wouldn't even say racism or anything like that because obviously it's not, but it's just something weird. Something weird don't seem right with that whole situation with him and that team. I'm hoping that somehow he's able to get up out of there in the next year or two because I just don't see him unless they get a new coach, which probably they will. I think that's what is going to help him because I don't really see them being able to let him go per se because I think he'll be under contract for what 3 years or something like that, 3 more years or something. I forget. It's kind of different because when you're a lower pick draft, you actually could go into free agency earlier. So I really don't know how that works, but yeah, it was just fucked up, man. I don't like how they doing my guy, man.
You ain't like it. Um,
Nah, I just don't like how they doing him. Like I can't really knock him for not playing with the first team and then getting thrown out there against the Ravens. Like that's crazy.
all right, so I'm gonna be honest with you. He didn't have a great passing game, but what I did like is the poise that he had, that he played with. To me, he didn't play like a fearful rookie quarterback. He looked like he was willing to take chances, and to me, that's the biggest thing that I enjoy from a quarterback who's saying I'm here and I'm gonna take the position, and a quarterback that's trying to fit in. And of course, like you said, he didn't have the opportunity to really try out anything with the other the starting unit, but just the flashes I seen, like for most rookie quarterbacks, they would have been just doing the short passes and they wouldn't have been taking no risks. And for me to just see them take the risk and to throw downfield and to have that poise in their heart and that determination to still try to get the win, I seen enough for me to where I feel like if he gets a better chance going into next week, he will probably perform better. Um, of course, I don't think the quarterback. I mean, the coach likes him. Like I said to you before, he don't really mention his name. When they ask him questions, he talks about the Shedeur as the team and well we all and he do stuff like that. So he don't never answer the questions directly. He always do all of his answers towards him indirect, and it's just not the guy he wanted. And so he looked decent for what he had. I do think he can get a little bit better. And so my question for you is, he's starting this Sunday officially. That's what the NFL said, and they playing against the Raiders. How do you think he'll perform for his first start?
I mean, I think it all depends on how they come out and play. Like I can't really say it one way or the other. I don't know. I don't know what Stefanski is gonna do. He might run the ball 30 times. I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just don't like their offensive line. I don't really like the pieces they have. If you really want me to be honest with you, I don't really think they no quarterback that's in Cleveland would be able to really perform that much better with the talent that they have on the offensive side. So I'd be surprised if he has a great game. I definitely gonna expect him to make some mistakes because, like I said, man, he ain't played all year. He ain't even got to probably really get no real sweats and so like even now, man, the team is gonna still have to get used to what he does, and I just don't think 1 week is enough time to give him what he needs. So, yeah,
I'll say this: if he does get the opportunity, he's gonna shine. He's gonna look a whole lot better than a lot of the rookie quarterbacks you've seen this year. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying before. When you get opportunity and you're asked to be an NFL quarterback basically in college, it should translate to the NFL because that's kind of what you were already asked to do. So it's just learning the verbiage and the speed of the game. But as far as what you're asked to do, really nothing different because he was asked to throw it 35 times, 40 times in college. So if he has to throw it 30 times, that's going to work in his favor because that's what he's used to. So, but I just don't see Stefanski wanting that. I don't see Stefanski wanting him to have that type of success to where everybody can be like, well, why hasn't he been playing?
well, I do. If he
Said
can
I
get,
could see him running the ball more than he passes it and using the excuse of having a great defense and trying to live off of that versus giving Shedeur 30 to 40 times to throw the ball and he throws for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. And they're like, well, what the fuck? Why hasn't he been in the game?
and I feel like regardless if win, lose or draw, man, it don't matter how good he play, man. They gonna put that guy back in, and he gonna still be the second string quarterback. So, you know, he in a lose lose situation. Whether he perform great or not, man, they gonna just look at it like, oh, it was the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I do hope that he gets the best opportunities, and I just don't like the talent though on the offensive side. It's just being honest, man. Um, but if anybody could do it, man, it's definitely him. We're gonna go ahead and move on, man. The Vikings, man, they sitting dead last right now in the NFC North for the second damn week. And JJ McCarthy is going through his rookie struggles right now. Right now, he currently has 6 touchdowns and 8 picks, and a QBR of, I believe, 26. After 5 games, man, what's the biggest adjustments you think needs to happen with JJ?
Run the ball. Opposite of what I said for Shedeur. Shedeur needs to get the ability to do what he did best in college. JJ needs to get the ability to do what he was best in college. Play action pass, meaty downs, third, six, third and seven. We need it. We gotta have it. Get us to in the red zone. You make sure you smart. You make the right sound play. Don't throw a pick. These are things that he did well in college that he'll succeed with in the league, but we don't seem to want to do that. We want to. It's almost like you're taking a pitcher and turning him into a first baseman. Like, what are you doing? I mean, excuse me, a first baseman into a pitcher, a person who clearly ain't throwing the ball all day, all game, all night. He's just standing there catching pitches from time to time, or every inning. But now we're asking. It just doesn't seem like we're setting JJ up for success. I think we're asking him to do more than what he's even has ever had to do, and then we're asking him to do it at the highest of highest levels in his rookie season. It's just I just don't see how we're setting him up for success. If we ran the ball 50% of the time, I guarantee you he wouldn't have nearly as many interceptions. He'd have a better QBR, and he'd have more confidence in himself to make some of these throws. I think what's happened is his confidence is kind of sailed. You can kind of tell he gets down on himself. Um, Unfortunately for him, he's got a head coach that's so stuck in his ways, and he's losing here by the day because he just won't fucking do common sense. It's almost like he wants to go out the way he wants to go. I did it my way type shit. When every great coach has always made an adjustment. Dan Campbell clearly saw their offense wasn't clicking at the right level. He took over play calling. Other coaches have made adjustments when they need to make adjustments. He doesn't do nothing. We've got the same. He will not change nothing. And like I said, I don't understand it. It's common sense. But what can we do? The only thing I can think of is what I just said. We're not setting them up for success. So I hope that the rest of this season they start to utilize the 50% run or closer to 50% as possible, depending on how the game goes, because I truly believe you'll see a change if you're not asking him to do so much right away.
Right, I feel that. If you ask me, man, my true assessment right now for JJ is that I just don't think he get this. He got to get the superstar involved a lot more, and stop depending on the other players. Because once you get JJ, I mean, once you get Justin, going, then it builds the momentum for the rest of the team. And I just don't. I ain't seen them really get Justin Jefferson involved. Like I'm pretty sure he only probably had one. I don't even think he made it over 90 yards with JJ. To be honest with you, um,
See, a lot
JJ.
of this, and I don't mean to cut you off, I just want to say this real quick before I forget. A lot of if you what you see and see, I don't know if you get to watch a lot of Viking games, but I watch a lot of Viking games. And even the years like last year where he killed, there would be spurts in the game where you'd be like, damn, JJ, he had damn near 100 yards at halftime. How come he ain't got the ball no more? For some, like I said, for some dumbass reason, KOC just does this dumb shit. Like he will just stop going the person's way for some reason. Won't call no more plays for him. Won't design or call design plays for like. There's no reason we haven't ran a play just for CJ Ham out the backfield. The one time we did hit Wentz should have threw it to him. He threw it damn pick damn near. But that's what I'm like. It just doesn't seem like KOC incorporates the game like you're asking him to game. There's no reason why JJ in any point in his career hasn't had 20 catches in the game.
It just don't make sense to me. It don't make sense. I
Or
mean,
even close to like 20 catches in the game. And the reason is because, like I said, KOC, he gets them started, then he wants to use them as a decoy half the game. Then we in a situation where we need him, then he'll dial some shit up
yeah.
again
Now
for
you
him.
want to panic. You want to go into panic football where you trying to force the plays. But man, you got to get Justin
He
started
don't have
early.
no KOC don't have the rhythm and flow of how play calls need to go game to game. He just it's like after his scripted plays, he don't know how to adjust. He don't know, like I said, he don't know what to call in third and second and short or fourth and short. He don't know what to do. He either gonna pass when he should have ran, or he gonna run when he should have passed. It's like he don't know how to catch that rhythm of what the other team is trying to do.
Right.
And that's why I said he got to get play calling out of his responsibility
Yeah.
because he was never asked to do that with the Rams. He's never been a play caller in his whole career.
Some got to happen because you don't want to lose. You don't want to lose Justin out the locker room because once you lose him,
Right. You don't want to lose the locker room, period.
he gonna be moving like he gonna be moving like Brown from Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Where he just his confidence is gone. He ain't getting the ball. He just feel like he going out there for no damn reason, and you don't want your superstars going out there like that. You got to keep them
Exactly.
involved. Because if we don't, then I'm gonna just go to your theory that we talked about offline, and it's gonna be damn, just get rid of Justin. And then to me, I mean, I'm not that confident in JJ enough to get rid of Justin Jefferson. It just don't make sense to me. So I
No, no, no. I never said that.
no, we I didn't say you didn't literally say that, but you starting from the bottom up, and you were saying if we start from the bottom up, that's the only way JJ gonna be able to get it done the right way is if we because you already know Justin Jefferson gonna have a issue. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't get a
An
quarterback that can
issue with
get it done, he ain't getting the ball. You gotta if you don't get a quarterback that can get it done, and you keep just JJ there, something gotta happen. You can't keep a superstar there if he ain't getting the damn ball. He gonna want to go. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we don't want that to happen. But yeah, that's my assessment for JJ. I just think he just needs to take more chances. And I
take
mean,
less chances. Ain't no take no more. Take less.
well, no, more chances
Take
with
less, son.
with Justin,
Take less, son.
with Justin.
Take less, son. No, take less. All most of his picks are throwing to him.
Right, but I'm saying you gotta take them early. You can't.
Right?
You just explained to me that they doing it out of
No.
panic. Listen, you just said that. Listen, you just said that they do it out of panic. You just said that. So if you get my man's involved way earlier, then you're not forcing the plays. You can't force the plays when you need them. You got to get them going early. So if you get them going early, now it opens it up for everybody else. So now when you passing them the ball, it's not forced. You know what I'm saying? If it's 3rd and 15, you know you're going to Justin Jefferson. That's just it's a no brainer. So I'm just saying you gotta get my man's involved early. So that's to me, you gotta take more chances with Justin Jefferson to get him involved early, so that you can open the field up. Of course, you
I
gotta
don't
run the
think you
ball.
necessarily need to get them involved early. I just think you need to have them involved all throughout the game. If you don't give them 5 chances in the first quarter, give them 2 in the second and 5 or 6 in the third. Like I'm just saying overall he needs to get. I don't care. He don't need no high volume at some point. That's what I'm saying to you. That's what I just said. That's what they did last year. They would get him in the game early. They would get him involved early, like you're asking, and then they would use him as a decoy. Then all of a sudden now we need him. What I'm saying is just get him the ball consistently. Run the ball 50% of the time, pass the ball 50% of the time. As much as you possibly can. It needs to be almost a 50-50 split.
Right, but you
And
can't look
if
him.
it ain't 50-50 split, it should be more run than it is pass. Like Justin Jefferson has to understand, just like anyone with common sense, you have to allow this young man time. This time next year, yes, you might be able to flip that to where it's 55, 60, almost 65 pass, and the other is run. But until we get to that point, there's no reason why we wouldn't do it the opposite direction, because the opposite direction of what I'm saying, where you have it, where you're running it just as much as you're passing it with a rookie quarterback, don't matter who the rookie quarterback was, even if it's Shedeur, it's going, even if it's fucking Patrick Mahomes, that's going to help the quarterback, because anytime football was predicated off of running the ball, football started with niggas with leather helmets running the damn ball. It
Right.
didn't start with motherfuckers throwing the ball 35 times.
Well, that's
So
not
what
what
does
I'm
that
asking.
tell you? What does
That,
that tell you? That tells you the blueprint of this sport is to be a physical running team.
well, that's not what I'm asking for. I'm not asking for him to pass more. You gotta have the balance. I'm
You
not
said take chances
take
and
more.
and,
No.
and
What I'm saying is take more chances with Justin Jefferson. So you got look. He's not taking enough chances. He's getting 4 receptions a game. That's not taking enough chances. Like you got to take more.
okay.
I'm not saying do it all in one quarter. Hell no. I'm saying keep the balance, but you got to get my man's involved to get the other receivers and tight ends to be able to be successful. That's the only way
You
it's
right.
gonna work. Hell
You
no, we
right.
don't want him to pass Justin Jefferson the ball 10 times in the first quarter. Hell no. No, that don't make sense. But I'm saying, okay, you look at if you're not giving them no chances and then you expecting them to get involved in the second half, he's damn near lost his confidence already. At that point, he don't think he getting the ball. He done ran up the field 1,000 times and ain't got no passes. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody will get frustrated from that. But
You
moving on,
right.
man. The Eagles, man, they just whooped the Lions 16-9 last Sunday. And now they sitting at 8-2, man. My question for you, man, is it finally time to go ahead and say that they legit about this and they can possibly win this second, you know what I'm saying, Super Bowl back to back if they, you know what I'm saying, playing how they playing.
Nah, they're not. They're winning the games that they should. They might very well get to the Super Bowl because I don't see unless they lose a cut like they lose this game coming up and Dallas is able to go on a roll and make this a little bit better of a closer division and they can the Rams can leapfrog them and take the top seed or Detroit or possibly shit. I know Chicago ain't, but so or the Detroit, the Rams, and the Eagles are really the three teams I could see fighting for the number one seed. And if the Rams get the number one seed, I think they'll be getting the Super Bowl. I like the Rams this year if they could stay healthy. I like what they're doing. I love their defense. It's a lot of no-name motherfuckers, but they ball out in their offense with Matthew Stafford at quarterback and Puka and Adams look unstoppable when they really want to get rolling. And Matthew's been there, done that, so he's seen it all. So that's the bet. That would be who I would. And then Seattle, even though Seattle lost to them, shit, Sam Darnold threw half the picks he done threw in the last 2 years in one game, and they still only lost by two to the
And
Rams. So
you
it's
see,
just the Eagles. The way that they're winning is that uh, it's not convincing enough for me to believe in them as as winning the Super Bowl again. I feel like they're like Kansas City last year. Like they're winning these games by the skin of their ass. They could very well find themselves in the NFC Championship game or even getting to the Super Bowl, but I don't see them winning it just because of the way they're winning games and the inconsistency in the way that they're winning. Like it doesn't look dominant. It looks real, not lucky, but just puck luck. If is the best thing I could say. You block a field goal. You win that game. I forgot how they won that last game. I mean, against the Eagles. I mean, against the Lions. Like the defense won that game. You know what I mean? Offensively, they didn't do shit.
I mean, but they 8-2 though. So you know what I'm saying? It ain't by coincidence that you eight
Chicago
and
7-3.
but I mean Chicago. But listen, Chicago might have a chance to it's not a fluke when
The
you start.
49ers are 7-4.
They 7-4. That's facts. But it's not a fluke when you playing good. But my thing
That's
about
how are you playing good with it?
my-
When you're winning
it's
games, you're winning games. So I'm
it,
not gonna disagree with you on that. But you
that's
and
all
I
I'm
don't
saying.
sit here and act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
I
When
mean,
you
listen.
get dominant, when you see how Seattle been spanking niggas before they got beat by the Rams, when you spank niggas in the league, when you spanking niggas in the league, that you people look at you different because you are different.
See. I don't. My thing is, I'm scared of more of the AFC teams than I am on the NFC teams. I definitely believe that this team is legit.
NFC is gonna beat each other up. The
I
AFC is somebody's gonna walk right on through that thing. I
somebody
think
from the
it might,
AFC
and it's gonna be somebody we don't even expect.
mess around
It
and be the
could very well
Broncos.
be like it.
Nigga,
I don't could be the Broncos, but my night horse, my my dark horse is the Patriots.
The Patriots, yeah, and they looking good too. And you can't
I
forget
think
about
they could sneak. I
Indiana.
think they could sneakily get them a fucking home playoff game, fuck around and win, and fuck around and knock off somebody and be in the AFC Championship game. And depending on who they play, like if they play the Ravens or something like that, somebody besides KC who ain't really got that pedigree and to be able to go back to what how hard it is to win that type of game and the mental aspect of it. If they play like I said, the Ravens or the Broncos or the Colts, the Patriots is gonna fuck around and get in just because I just see how that coach and that team play. They
It-
play like they a bunch of dogs.
well, see, and the only reason why I believe that the Philadelphia Eagles are legit is just because of the same factor. They they have an all around offensive team, so they're not just successful off of just passing. They definitely they do good on both passing and running, and
Don't hurt to have Saquon Barkley do it.
it don't. I mean, if you can take advantage of having Saquon Barkley, then you got your decoy there because your quarterback can
I'm
run.
a I'm a run down. I just want to say this to the pod because I know y'all think I. Sometimes we go back and forth and it just be a lot of bickering and bantering, but this is the truth. Bro knows this and I know this. The Eagles are successful because they're good in the trenches and they can run the damn ball.
And they can run. That's the
So they're
only thing.
gonna have a chance
Only reason. That's the only reason why I give them
regardless. And they can play. They've invested in the trenches. The two things that have always been proven to work since, and you go all the way to parkboard football with this. Big boys on the offensive line, defensive line, and the ability to run that motherfucking thing.
If you can run, it's always gonna give you the
If you can
opportunity.
run that rock, you gonna have a chance. We look at, bro. We made the playoffs with with Christian Ponder, Jerome Simpson, Bernard Berrien. I can't remember who our tight. Vashante Senko, I think, might have been our tight end. All because AP was able to give us 2K.
If you can listen, if you can run that ball like that, it's a wrap. It's like now it goes back to what
Just
you
the
said,
threat of you having the ability
and,
changes how people have to play you.
and it goes back to what you said. Yeah, their games have been a little ugly. So all you in the playoffs, all you asking for is to have a close game. That's all you
Yeah,
need.
you're going.
You
That's how
feel me?
you. But what if that don't happen? What if you get down 14
Well,
early
well, I'm
or
saying if you,
17
I'm saying if you,
early?
I'm saying if you the opposite team, you hoping that you can have a close game with the Eagles because
Oh yeah,
they're
yeah,
getting
yeah,
lucky.
yeah.
You get what I'm
Absolutely,
saying? So
absolutely,
that's all you
absolutely.
hope for is like get us in, a chance to be like just win by a damn field goal. Like you're not really tripping
Right,
because
right.
the other teams are playing great. The teams that you named, they're playing great. They're not winning by the skin, a little bit. They winning by a nice margin. They're playing real good.
Touchdown or better.
Right, touchdowns are better. So that's my only scary thing about going into the playoffs with the Eagles is that um, they're having a lot of close games. So
Yeah, there's a lot of puck luck.
right, okay. So the highlight game of the week, man. The Vikings versus the Packers, man. The Vikings versus the damn Cheeseheads, man. This is the matchup everybody been waiting for as far as in the NFC. It's a rivalry. Must win for Minnesota. Shit, it's damn near must win for the Packers. You know what I'm saying? So my question for you, man, is how crucial is this game for the Vikings season? And do you think they could pull it off in Lambeau?
Well, I don't know, man. I think maybe when you wrote this question, you didn't
They ain't in
look at the
Lambeau?
standings. You wasn't looking at the standings. Like we, at best, we're like 2 games behind the people who are trying to get in the playoffs. We're already 2 games behind that person. So playoffs, regular trying to get to the playoffs, you cancel that. We lost that whole 2 games ago, bro. I told you that then. You just got to look at the standings and look at how things are going.
No, I looked at
What
I
we
looked at
need
the
to be
stand I
doing,
looked at the
what we
standings.
need to be doing. So that's why that part of your question doesn't make sense.
Well,
What
no,
we need to be doing as what? What'd you say?
it does make
You
sense.
said a must-win game.
No, I said how crucial is a win for the team. Now they 4-6, but if they won and they could. That's not a great chance that
That
they can
doesn't do
win.
that.
But
No, no,
it,
no. You're living in the fantasy.
hey,
This is what we need
that's
to
what a
be.
podcast is
No,
about. Being in fantasy. Hey, how
yeah,
crucial is it?
well, bench mob. I ain't in the fantasy that he's into. I'm living in reality. Reality is our playoff hopes was damaged and put to bed it with the Ravens game, and then it really got put into the ground with us losing to the Bears. So with that being said, what I want to see for the remainder of the season is improvement in play calling, improvement across the board as far as player development. We need to be going out there trying to ruin everybody else's season since our shit's done. So I want us to go out there like our hair is on fire. We got nothing to lose. We ain't go like I said, we have nothing to lose. So
So,
play for success to build for the following season. It's just like with when Detroit went on that run, they started terrible. Then they went on that run. They end up having to play the Packers. If the Packers won, they get in the playoffs. They knocked them niggas out. The following year, they springboarded and it was on and got to the NFC Championship game. That's what I'm saying. What I want us to do with these next 7 weeks.
but you
It
are
starts with Green Bay. It's
you
going into Green Bay, playing a good sound game, keeping the turnover ratio down, which we haven't done all season, making some plays on defense and getting some turnovers, which we haven't done since the fucking Cincinnati game. So that's what I would like to see out of the Vikings is for us to play with that type of mentality. Now the Packers, on their side, they need to get it together because if they lose to us, which is a good possibility, they're going to be in the same boat as us, trying to wreck somebody's season.
well, you
And it'll
are
be
aware.
down to Detroit and Chicago for the division.
You are aware in the division the Vikings have the better record, right? And in the conference, they only down one game. That's why I put the question there because they 2-3 in the conference. The Green Bay Packers is 4-2-1. Detroit is 3-3. So they still got a damn chance. And then in the division, they 2-1. Everybody else is 1-2. Green Bay is 1-0. So you
Bro,
saying
no, this is how silly you sound. Craig's team, the Raiders, they went undefeated in the division and still didn't make the playoffs. Why? Because they only won 2 games out of division and ended up being like 8-7 or some shit like that. That's what when the rest of the league is 2 games ahead of you, it don't matter what you do in your division. Your record is what your record is. We're 4-6. No matter if we're 3-2 or 3-1 in the division or 2-1, whatever you said, doesn't matter. We're still 4-6. So back to what I was saying, not gonna
okay?
make the playoffs. That shit went out the window against the Ravens.
Okay, I feel you. I feel like they still got an opportunity. Yeah, it ain't. Is it
And
big?
you just want to hold on to that because you
Is it
said
big?
that at the
Is
very
it big?
beginning of the
Is it
season.
big?
That
Listen to
was
what
what
I'm saying.
Bench Mob.
Wait, let
That's
me
why
say
he
this.
doing this.
Let me
He
say.
said it at the beginning
See,
of the
he
season.
won't let me
We
be.
gonna make the
He
playoffs.
won't let me be
And what
Skip.
did I say?
He won't let me be Skip Bayless. He always got before I can say my point. He always got to try to cut me off, bench mob. Listen to him. Look, what I'm saying.
No.
Let me just make my
Answer
point.
my question. Did you not say the Vikings was making the playoffs before the season started?
Listen. What I'm saying is this. I'm gonna answer the question of what
Okay.
we got for
Tell
bench
me what you
mob.
gonna say to answer my question, please.
I'm gonna answer the question for bench mob. Not your question, but the question for bench mob. This win it this win is crucial because it still gives them the opportunity to be in the race. I didn't say that I think they're going to make it. This just gives them the opportunity to still keep hope. You know what I'm saying? They can still keep hope. That means that they have to play. They can't lose no more damn games. Like let's be honest. If we just being honest, they have to win the next damn near what is they play 10 games, so they got
They
to win
only
the next
7 games left, bro. There's only seven
right. So
games
they got to
left.
win the next 7 games, and that will make them what 11-6 or some shit. Yeah. So they got hopes if they can win this because it's the division game. So if they can win this division game, that will put them to where in the division they got the better record in the division, right? Now I get what you saying as far as the Raiders they had a time where it didn't happen, but it still gives hope. I'm not saying that they're gonna make it to the playoffs, but they damn near need this. We don't need to be looking for next year. We got a damn superstar on the team, man. You got to keep trying because the games are so close. Everything is so close right now. So do I see him making it to the playoffs right now? Hell no. But it's crucial that they win this game because this gives them an opportunity to believe. And you don't want to go into next season with a terrible record because that's not you're not going to go into the next season with a lot of confidence. You're going to be looking like you don't have enough confidence in the quarterback. So if he can win some damn games, get him to where it feel like he can damn near make it to the playoffs, hey, it's gonna look good on JJ. It's gonna make us feel good as a team. So for me, it's more crucial for the morality of the team. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe they got a chance to make it to the playoffs because, like you said, it's 7 games. So that means they'll be 11-6. That means they have to play great damn football. They're not going to play that damn great. So I give them, they probably end off 50-50, 8-8 or something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see it happening. But if anybody could do it, hey man, if you put the right plan together, you got an opportunity and a chance to at least, not be on the back end and be the worst team in the damn NFC North. So that to me is more on morale. We don't want to be the worst team in the NFC North. So, that's how I feel. But moving on.
Nah, don't move on. Answer my
What
question.
was your question?
This now you done forgot, bitch. Now you done
I wasn't
forgot my
answering.
question.
I was answering the benchmark question. I told you that. Now, what's your question? Ask me the question.
At the beginning of the season, what did you say the Vikings were gonna do?
They could make it to the playoffs. I still believe they can make it
Nah,
to the playoffs. I
nah.
still believe they
Don't
got an
backtrack. You didn't
opportunity.
say they could, they should. You said they were.
They still have an opportunity to make it to the playoffs. They just
That's not answering the question. The question I just asked you was what
listen.
did you say the Vikings were going to do before the season started?
I told you they had a possibility of making it to the playoffs. I ain't give you no
Why you
guarantees.
keep the
You acting like
possibility
I
and
gave you,
could be easy?
bro. You acting like I
Should
gave
be
you a
easy.
guarantee. Listen,
You didn't guarantee it.
I
You didn't
guarantee.
guarantee
Now
it.
if you talking
You
about a
didn't say I
guarantee,
guarantee they're going to make the playoffs, but you said out your mouth
the
they're
guarantee.
making the playoffs.
I had more confidence in a team like Kansas City Chiefs more than I did the Vikings. Now if you brought up the Chiefs, I'd say hell yeah, I was damn near guaranteeing they looking 5-5. They probably ain't making it.
Both of them ain't gonna make it.
Now
So you both of your picks is gonna be duds. I told you the Vikings was gonna be eight
you
and eight. This is it. I said KOC has yet to show me he can have 2 good seasons back to back.
what they should have
And
did was kept Carson Wentz in the game and just let him keep playing. That's how I feel.
let his arm let's just let his other arm go too.
He just looked better. I just feel like he looked better as a starter than JJ. Just being honest.
He was hurt, bro. Or else he would probably still be. If he never would have got hurt like that, he might still very well be the starter. He was throwing for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns.
He was
He
look.
might throw a pick, but he was throwing for more yards and he looked more accurate. But that all goes back to what we were arguing about before. This is his 9th team. He's been in the league 9 or 8 years. So it's just different. Like he's had the reps, but whatever. Let's go on to the next question.
All right, man. We're gonna move on to the NBA, man. LeBron, he done came back for his first little game, entering his 23rd season, man. Um, they say
Two, three, baby.
I guess that's the most. No player ever played 23 years. So and definitely not as a damn starter. And he came back averaging scored 11 points, 12 rebounds. What kind of numbers do you realistically see King James doing this year?
Triple double. Triple double. I or close to it. Or you know what I mean? Like I'd say 15 to 18 points a game. Don't need you to go for that dub. I know he probably wants to still stay in the dub, which I ain't mad at him. I mean, if he could average it, go ahead and do it. But I just think the team would work better if he just went to dipped it to a 15 to 18 and allowed Reeves to get them extra 2 or 3 buckets, or even his son to get a bucket or two off the bench because they winning. And then he ain't got
Yeah,
to like he like last night where he basically didn't play the fourth quarter. Like
yeah.
ultimately, I would love, like I said, 15 to 18, at least 10 to 11 boards a game, and then a high 8, I'd say 8-5, You know what I mean? And then his assist to turnover is at a all as at a, like a career low, like a all like damn near leading the league type shit. Like his IQ, he's got like there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to do that. He don't have the reasons that he had in previous years to where he got to do so much where he's turning the ball over at an alarming rate.
I mean,
If
especially
he
if
can cut his assist to turnover ratio down, and like I said, do what I just said, there's no reason why they won't be in that final four at the end of the season.
and especially like with having like Luca and just with the team playing good, I think you only really need them to over
You
exceed
don't
when
need him to do a lot.
only when they playing bad. And I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
We have yet to see them play that bad. So um, you kind of just want to keep you know the flow how the flow is. And Luca looked like he's in tip top shape. So with that being
He
said,
is.
you can put a lot of um, that pressure on Luca. He's ready for it. He been ready for it. When he was in Dallas, he was ready for it. So now he just got the right players around him. Everybody seemed to be real cohesive together, and I'm with you. I think he shouldn't be averaging that many more points than probably like 15 to 17. And last night he only took 7 shots. He was 5 for 7, and so like how I see it is maybe 10 shots a game. He don't really need to be shooting a whole lot, and just be the decoy. Get everybody else involved. Make it look like you're gonna do more, but just open the floor up. Just be the person that can open the floor up. You know.
Yep. More is less. More is less for him, right? This at 23 years of the game, more is less, baby.
Yes, sir. Okay, so moving along, man. Our Timberwolves, man, they playing great basketball. They 9-5 right now. They won the last 5 games of their last 6. My question is, man, what do you need to see from the team to, maybe get back to the Western Conference Finals again? Like, what do you think they need to continue to do?
Just continue to keep growing, stay healthy. That's it. Another year of them playing together, learning. Really building that brotherhood and that camaraderie. It's gonna be tough because I mean the West is looking real ferocious. Like
Yeah,
we all knew Houston was gonna be something. Like they had too much invested in that roster for it not to be. Lest they, like I said, they had a bunch of catastrophic injuries. That wasn't go. They was gonna be decent. And you see, OKC is playing like they haven't missed a beat, and they don't even have Williams back yet.
yeah. That's the scary thing is that they
That's the
just plug.
scary thing with them.
Yeah, they
You know what
plug
I
and
mean?
playing right
Denver
now.
got better. Denver's gotten better. I like what they've done with the additions that they with Cam Johnson. He's really better than Michael Porter Jr. as far as what
Yeah.
he's going to be able to do for them and that team. That was a perfect swap because he gives you the same three, but he plays way better D, and he's not as injury prone.
And I think you missed. Did Lou Dort come back? Because I think Dort is out too for the Thunder.
Yeah,
So
man, and they're still busted. That man, I just was changing channel to them the other day, and they was up 30. I said, damn, every time I go to watch them, they blowing somebody out. So it make me not, you know what I mean? You don't want to watch it.
yeah, they looking scary.
They looking real scary because they're beating the lip, like I said, the snot out of niggas. They beat the 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 curlers out of the Lakers. Man, they
Man,
beat the curlers out their head.
right. I was confident in the Lakers, seen them get smashed, and I'm like, damn, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right? I was like,
Woo.
whoa. There's levels. There's
There's
levels.
definitely levels, man. And I think for us, what I would like to see
In San
is
Antonio.
San Antonio scary. What I would like to see though from the Timberwolves is I like how they playing. Just maintain what they doing right now. Anthony Edwards
Yep.
and Julius
Yep.
Randle, they averaging like 24, 25 to get
Yep.
50 points
McDaniels is
together.
hooping.
McDaniels, I just want to see us by the trade deadline just get a better. We need a better point guard, and if we can get us a point
Yeah.
guard
Yeah.
somehow,
Yeah. Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it's game time. So right now,
Man, I wish Lonzo's weak ass would have brought his funky ass over here.
That would have been nice. We'd
Like,
have looked
yeah,
good.
cool to be with Cleveland, but and they're more your speed. They want to come up, See, that's the reason why I think he probably didn't think about us because we're not going to go up and down the floor like that. We got Rudy Tutu. He
Right.
ain't he ain't running that fast. You know what I mean? So we ain't built. And Julius, that's not really his game either.
Right. He ain't
Yeah,
no running
and
gun. That's
can
facts.
yeah, he's not running down there and pulling up jumpers and all that. Like he needs to get his feet, get his moves, get to going. Then he gonna do his thing.
He got to dribble the
You know,
ball 2 times before he
yeah,
take a shot.
Juju is. That's what he's a pound. He's like a power forward James Harden,
Yeah.
but instead of shooting threes and getting them flops, he's gonna drive you or he's gonna do his thing. But anyways, yeah, T Wolves they gonna be straight. They just gotta keep it brewing, man. They playing a lot of bad teams and they beating the snot out of them. So
Got, got,
that's when I know we got something good.
got to take
When you play
advantage.
some bums, you take them bums right on out.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of when you got a schedule within your favor. You got to win them damn games, and that's what I see them
Yeah, you
doing.
got to. Even
Yeah,
if it's a back to back, you still gotta can't beat who's whack. Shit. I can't think of nobody whack
you
right off
said
the
who
top.
we?
You could who's somebody whack in
I
the
got the
league, bro?
standings up right now.
Give me
Shoot,
two whack teams.
Indiana 1-13 and New
Okay, you can't
Orleans.
play Indiana Friday, and then who's the next whack
New
team?
Orleans.
Then you got New Orleans on a Saturday, and you can't, and both of them is at the crib, and you can't win both of them. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like you got to do them. Them is the ones you should win, and you definitely got to, because especially in the West, the way it's gonna end up falling out. Because the Warriors always start off slow, like your Kansas City Chiefs, then they
right.
get the brewing. So yeah, man, T Wolves gonna be straight, man. They're in a better position than they were last year. I just see
Yeah,
the chemistry of the team is just different.
yeah. I like what I'm seeing. And speaking on the Warriors, man, we gonna cross over a little bit, man, to Steph Curry, man. He's a sneaker free agent, man. Under Armour don't let him go, and or they done split ways. However, it done went. My question for you is, if you Steph Curry, man, who do you think he should sign with next, man? What company, man?
Man, first of all, whoever is Steph Curry's business partner or who's helping him with his how he moves with his business, as far especially when it comes to this, they hit every note like they was Whitney Houston singing the national anthem at the Super Bowl because he has mega leverage.
Yeah,
He has unbelievable leverage. Even though he's at this part of his career, he still has that type of leverage. And the leverage he has it with is with Under Armour. Under Armour, I don't know if you ever could drop the ball as bad as you're going to drop the ball if you let this man go out and sign with anyone else, because you will never have another superstar under your belt. I guarantee you won't. And you see, the only ones that's really survived is none of them. Everyone's still dying at the wayside to Nike. And that's
yeah,
who's going to get them.
yeah.
So, Under Armour, if you don't give this man partnership, because I'm sure that's what he want, he won't that Billy. He want that Billy because he put y'all in position. Tom Brady, yeah, he's with Under Armour, but no one was buying Under Armour until that fool start wearing your shoes,
Man, all the
which I
kids
still
wanted the
didn't
Steph
understand.
Currys.
Right. You know what I mean? I still but didn't understand, but he put y'all on the map. So y'all got to do right by my man's. And since y'all don't want to do right by him, Nike gonna go ahead and give him that good cushion deal. Cause this shoe is gonna sell and it's gonna sell like hotcakes.
It's gonna
Cause they're
sell
gonna
even
make sure
greater.
of it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. And I'm gonna have to double down with you on the Nike situation. Um, you throw them in Nike, it's just gonna do even greater than it was with Under Armour because let's be honest, the kids was wearing them shoes. Now, if you go to Nike, nigga, we gonna go get them shoes. Like I wasn't finna go
Man,
rock no Under
everybody.
Armours. So you know,
Hell to the no. They're not. They're just. They never came out with. None of them looked at code to me. They all looked at food. Like
yeah,
I'm not that type of guy. I wear what I like. So it don't matter. I mean, yeah, I'd stick to my brands that I'm more comfortable with because that's what I've always wore. But it ain't like I wouldn't have wore some Under Armours if they was Steph Curry's and cold, but they was never raw. You know Nike's finna put him with something fierce. This shit's gonna be cold.
He about to be making them with him, putting in his own creative ideas. He probably wasn't doing that over there. They was
Man,
just
he's
coming up
finna be
with
able to really do his thing up. And you know, girls love his shoes. They were the ones really buying the Currys, or as quiet as it's kept, especially the girls at who?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. The younger generation was messing with them Currys and them Kyries, and Kyrie, he left the Nike situation, but man, it's gonna be crazy because just because of his superstardom, you got to give him some big cash. So he gonna get the guacamole off the tops. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, they gonna give him some stocks. He gonna get the bag from Nike. They gonna his bidding war is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be some other. It's gonna be some. It might even be somebody a dark horse. We ain't even think about like Reebok or something. Shaq might be able to, bring them on. You never know. Either way, like I said, Under Armour. If you don't get them, you drop the ball, and it sounds like you're not getting them. So you drop the ball. You're gonna be down in the gutters like Fila and
Man,
Adidas, not Adidas, but Puma. Like
like them Clydes,
nobody's gonna buy ya.
like them Clydes we was talking about last week. He gonna be down like them damn Clydes, boy. All right,
Facts,
we gonna go ahead and move on to bench or start, man. Where you either put it on the bench or you start it, man. Bench or start, man.
man.
Neo or Trey Songz.
Man, first of all, Trey Songz, if I ever was to see you in real life, I'd shake your hand and then I'd tell you you's a sucker. That's number one. I
Damn.
shake your hand just because I like to shake a man's hand before I disrespect him. I don't want you to feel like I didn't have respect for you at all, because that ain't the case. I just never have liked how he moves. His singing sounds like a nigga yodeling in the bathroom over a track. I think he just got away with looks and the fact that girls loved him and his production and the people who were behind him as far as Def Jam pushed him. But as far as just musically talented, Garbino. Neo all day. You could take Trey Songz and throw him in his a whole career in the trash. That dude is whack to me. He got like 3 songs.
He got some joints, but this is my thing. He got some joints. Just because you got some songs that is some hits, don't mean that you're
What you talking about? Say I.
no. I'm just saying, just because you got some joints, don't what you call it. Jeremiah got some hits, but he can't damn sing. If you done heard him
Man,
on all his concerts,
I
he's
rock with
terrible.
Jeremiah before I rock with Trey
No
Songz,
man, if
just
I
because Jeremiah never tried to be a rapper at any point, as far as I know.
but listen, he can't sing though. So if you go to his live concert, you could be pissed
Definitely
off.
can't sing. Oh yeah, he
So
sounds so horrific.
So my thing is, studio singers I don't enjoy the most. I'm gonna enjoy somebody who, if I go to their concert, they're gonna sound like they track. So with that being said,
Exactly.
Neo, he's the songwriter. Trey Songz, he gets songs written for him. That's the ender right there. I'm gonna go with Neo. I'm putting him
Ender.
on the start and benching Trey Songz because he got to get somebody to write that. Neo don't roll shit for everybody, so you know what I'm saying.
You remember Busy Bee on the bench?
That's who he is.
That's how where I want Trey Songz. He's the 13th man off the bench. We got to be
Man,
up 50 in his senior night.
to get
Throw him out there.
damn. All right, bench your start, man. Kool Aid or Capri Sun?
Man, now this was like when
Crazy.
I saw this question, I almost
Through the phone,
I
huh?
just literally started laughing because it was like there's 2 different answers to this question. One is how you grew up.
Right?
Will tell you a lot how you answer this question.
That's facts.
Because if you didn't grow up with Kool-Aid in the crib, but you had Capri Suns, you probably gonna start Capri Suns.
Right.
But if you grew up like me and most of my guys and my guy that I'm speaking to right now, that was when them happy dollars came in. and niggas was able to go to the grocery store and go wild. My Dukes was just, hey, y'all go ahead and get y'all little zooms and whams. And that was one of the things we got for our little after school snack, but it was really every day, all day snack.
Yeah.
But that Kool-Aid, how that Kool-Aid came in the clutch, you could get motherfucking 35 packs back then for about $1.30.
Right.
You get you a whole pound and a half of sugar for probably about $2, and that's gonna last you damn near 6 months. If you, because my Dukes wasn't just letting me slurpy Kool-Aid all day long. That was either with a meal or if I asked. I could just go in the refrigerator and just help myself. The only
Right.
thing I could help myself to was H2O.
Right. Right.
So with that being said, I definitely got to start Kool-Aid and bench Capri Suns
Oh, yeah.
just off of the strength of that. And Kool-Aid just had it got you can freeze it and have you a freezy.
Not
Like
only.
it was
Yeah.
too had too many different things you could rock. You could eat it dry. Motherfuckers used to put it in
Oh yeah. In the little pouch.
baggies with sugar
Facts.
and be on the school bus wired up by the time
Nigga
you got to
wired.
school. Nigga, it's 8 o'clock and your eyes is like a crackhead because you didn't sat on the bus eating fruit punch, dry Kool-Aid with the sugar. Like it. So yeah, it's that's woo. That brought me back,
That
man. Go
brought you
ahead,
back.
bro.
Hey,
You
I'm
go
gonna
ahead
have
and tell. Yeah,
listen. First and foremost, like you said, it's gonna depend on where you came from. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was bougie as hell if you got to get Capri Suns for, like, you know what I'm
on the
saying, on the
regular.
regular for something to drink. What? You was doing it big. I was coming to your crib like, damn, they got Capri Suns for the drinks. I was like,
Man,
I
they,
was I was
bro,
jealous,
that
nigga.
crib had a pantry with
Yeah.
with nothing but stuff in it
I'm
at
like,
all
damn.
times.
Right. So the reason why I'm gonna start Kool Aid and bench Capri Sun is it kind of goes off of what you were saying. Hey man, you can't freestyle Capri Suns, but you can freestyle them flavors and throw them together. Give me that, you know,
Man,
tropical with that
red
grape,
and grape.
nigga. Yeah, and throw it together and
Yep.
boop boop, mix something together, and you just come up with your own
What?
damn flavors. So that's how we used to do it.
Man,
I was the Kool Aid man. They was used to
facts.
be like, "Hey, Broadway, you got to make the Kool Aid because you make it the best." So you know what I'm saying? They probably was telling me that because I was young, but at the same time, I believed
You
them.
know they, you know they was gassing you.
They was
They ain't want to
gassing me.
do it, but they.
So I believed them, and I was making that. I was whipping it up. I was whipping it like I, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying, was Mr. Whip It. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like you said, you would freeze it. Like we got to the point where you throw them in a little ice tray. Boom, boom. Then you got you some little.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, boom, boom. Throw
Add
a
that
little.
to it with some Sprite.
Yes,
Woo.
sir. And it's over with. So we used to, and then like you said, the Kool Aid rush in the bag. That's when you was bougie going to school, and moms ain't know you stole the pack and you took it to school with you. So we did that a couple times, and when she found out, like, damn, it's only one pack left. That's when you got whooped because from the hood we use double packs to make that Kool Aid. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, facts. Because
So
we used to have that big dumb pitcher.
yes, sir.
That dollar store pitcher, that mug would be, you could 5 gallons or whatever in that joker.
Yes, sir. Hey, I missed it. Damn, I ain't had no Kool Aid in years. They about to make me go
Man, I
get
might have
some
to get me
on
some, man.
everything.
Right.
For real. Bench your start,
Make me
man.
some.
What you was gonna say? Make you some when you get up later on.
Nah, make me like, something that a nostalgia meal, some spaghetti and fried fish and
Oh
some,
yeah.
some greens or something with some Kool-Aid, with some cornbread.
See they
Woo.
hey see in the South they say that's both they say that's two meals like you can't have spaghetti and fish but I always tell niggas man from where we from, hey man
Where we
spaghetti the
from, that's
side nigga.
that's that side, baby. That
Yeah.
motherfucking hit. That's what puts that thickness on your ribs.
Right.
Keep you warm in this hawk.
Yes sir. All right, bench your start, man. Jalen Brunson or Tyrese Maxey.
Now, see, this one was the one.
Mm,
It's more of a preference for me. The
yeah.
reason why I'm gonna have to start Maxi and bench Bronson is because I'm always a big up a two-way player, and I just think both have maximized their talent. Like they both came into the league and you would have never guessed that they would have this ability. So I give them both the utmost respect in that regard. And I think Bronson is a more proven scorer
Yeah.
in the clutch. But I think Maxi is on his way, and I think Maxi just has a bigger bag offensively, just because of his athleticism, and then the fact that he could actually get down and play D gives him the start for me. Like I would start him over Bronson if I was rerunning the team just off of that in itself. So
Okay.
that's why I'm gonna start Maxi and bench Bronson.
I ain't gonna lie, this was a hard one for me because, like, damn, I think the thing that I enjoy about Brunson is that has a lot of energy, and it's hard to find players that what I'm saying they got that they like horses, and so I enjoy that from him. But I'm gonna be honest, I always like the underdog. So Tyrese Maxey, he didn't have his opportunity wasn't as big to me, and he had to really earn this spot. So with that being said, I'm gonna go with the underdog. Even though I like Jalen Brunson, if I was gonna pick a scorer, I'll pick Jalen Brunson because he remind me of like AI a little bit. But the underdog, I'm always root for. So with that being said, shit, hey, if Joel Embiid don't get it right, man, that's going to be Tyrese Maxey team coming soon. So, hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and start the underdog, man, Tyrese Maxey, and bench
I think it's
Brunson.
his team already, bro.
You probably right.
I think that happened. Yeah, I think that happened last year. Just me personally, I think it happened last year, but I
No, that
could be
makes sense.
wrong.
That makes because Joel Embiid been in and out. He's always gonna
He
be
been
a
yeah.
dog, but you want more
His
from him.
his best year was the MVP year. I don't think he'll ever be close to that again. I just think his body is just giving up.
Right, I can agree. All right, man, bench your start, man. Family Matters or the Parkers.
So just off of the strength of nostalgia and what I preferred to watch, I have to go with Family Matters. But if I was to really be on like who was funnier, it's not even close. Parker's used to be hilarious, but just off of like nostalgia and that was something that that was part of that TGI Friday lineup
Yeah.
on ABC. So it just get brings me back too far. So I have to go ahead and start Family Matters and bench the Parkers. Plus Mr. Ogilvy or whatever his name was is a sucker. So it is what it
He used to
is.
piss me off. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, man, for the nostalgic. But I also just, man, if I could watch, if I could do the reruns, I probably can watch more Family Matters. Oh man, they done kicked him out. Okay, my bad. I was saying,
Yo,
yeah, if I could do the rerun, I was gonna say if I could do reruns, I'd probably watch Family Matters more than I would watch the Parkers. So I'm gonna have to
absolutely.
start Family Matters and bench the Parkers. Bench your start.
Oh wait, not before you go to the next one. I just want to say this, bitch, ma. I know I ain't the only one that thought Monique and that girl was really mom and daughter.
Probably for some time. I ain't gonna stunt. They did kind of seem like they had some togetherness.
I
Count
thought that was her daughter for real.
it's her name like Countess Vaughn or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what made me know they wasn't mom and. That's when I
Last
found them.
names.
But when I first saw like the previews for the show and when they was, I thought that was her daughter.
Right.
I'm like, oh, that's Moesha's friends, the mom. They for to have a show. She's funny. She's a comedian. But yeah,
All
not
right.
at all.
Bench your start. Luther Vandross or Teddy Pete. Teddy Pendergrass.
Man, woo. See, now Luther was more what my mom listened to. So I heard more Luther growing up than I did Teddy P. So once I got older and start, like my first introduction to Teddy Pendergrass, and this is gonna blow y'all mind, bitch, and bro, you might not even. I don't even think I've ever told you this because we probably ain't even talked about it. My introduction to Teddy P is Nutty Professor.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can feel that. That was probably my first introduction. I ain't gonna stunt.
Like once I heard it on there, then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I start, as I got older, I got more into like the 70s and 60s, just music in general, just going back that far and listening to the sound of music and just how, how vocally talented people were back then. Like you really had to have a God given gift from up above to really get to stand out back then. Like it was really about your talent, no matter how you looked. So
Right.
with that being said, Teddy P just his catalog of stuff that I was able to come across, man, and like he got some stuff with the Hell Mail and the Blue Notes. Like he got some shit. So I'm gonna have to start Teddy P and Luther. I love you to death, man, but you wanted to dance with your father, so you're
Oh
done.
man. Damn. You see how he exited that one? Like, damn, he make you not even want to pick Luther. All right, man. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna be honest, man. So for me, I just had the opportunity to have more of the Luther category catalog. So
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, I don't really think I know a lot of Teddy P. I know some, but I don't know enough to where I could start him. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to start Luther. And he had that golden voice, like everything he dropped, man. You be like, damn, that's a
Yeah.
hit. So
Excuse me, miss. What's your name? Can I come?
they used to,
Can I take
that's
you
hey, that's the
out
first song you think.
tonight?
That's the first song I think of every time I hear Luther. But I ain't gonna start. But yeah, Luther, man, he did his thing, man, and yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and start him and bench Teddy, man. So this is a good one for you because I know you're gonna probably think different from me. Bench or start, man. The Air Force One lows or the Air Force One highs?
Oh, I'm a low head, man. Them highs, the only highs that I ever got that was raw was I got the Muhammad Ali's.
Oh, I ain't never had them.
They're ones they was all white and they had the strap in the back.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what
And
you're
they
talking
had
about.
Muhammad Ali on the tongue doing the fist. I had got them from Freeman's. The mugs was nasty, but them
Mm.
was the only high top Air Force Ones. I take that back. The boots, when everybody start rocking the Air Force One boots, them was kind of hard too at a high and mid shoe. But anything else, man, them is full nanny.
All right, man. So now that I'm older, I picked the lows, but just on a nostalgic level, I would want to go get them high tops. So I'm gonna have to start the highs
Ugh,
and bench the
ugh.
lows just because I like the strap. I ain't gonna lie, I like the strap to just you know what I mean. When they first crispy and you got the high tops with that strap, man, and they used to have all the color waves. So
That's
um,
that's so 2005
I mean my,
and three.
it is. I used to love the color wave. So
They did used to have a lot of nasty colorways. That's one thing I do miss with Air Force Ones, is they didn't went away from the colorways they used to just hit niggas with all different flavors.
yeah, and I don't know what happened. Now they just real basic. But yeah, I'm gonna start the
They
highs and
they
bench the
gonna they
low.
gonna pop back off. Watch they if they're smart, like I would have been did it. You see how their dunks went off the shelves,
Right,
and
and
you got to think we're the age bracket that's really buying this stuff. If the kids is into it, trust me, everybody's gonna buy it.
I'm gonna be honest. My when I thought I had my first pair of Air Force Ones, they was dunks, and I ain't noticed until I had the dunks and
Yeah,
they
I
ain't had
didn't
no
know the
strap.
difference either.
You know what I'm saying?
I
They
didn't notice the difference either, bro. You couldn't
so
tell. I wasn't that in tune.
I wasn't either. So I had some patent leather dunks. They was white and black, and I thought they was Air Force
Ooh,
Ones. They was nice. They was super nice. If I could find them now, I go get them again. That's how nice they was.
exactly.
But all right, man, we gonna move to the TBQs, man. My question for you, man, is what's the most legendary game you ever watched?
Man, it probably had to be that game 6,
Damn.
MJ's final game before he went to the Wizards. I was watching that live with the unks, and You know, we was at somebody's house. It was one of them NBC Sunday night thing or Sunday afternoon game finals, and right in the summertime, niggas was eating good round the TV watching, and MJ broke them motherfuckers back, boy. Had them boys in that whole stadium crushed.
Man, I'm gonna have to agree with you. For me, it was the most legendary game just because I think the crossover dribble he did on what's my man's name? I can't think of his name.
Brian Russell.
Brian Russell. He hit him with the crossover dribble and splashed him for the game winner.
Byron,
Byron Russell. And that's when I had to give, like I told y'all, bench mob, I always didn't like Jordan, but that's when I finally had to give him his damn respect and put some damn respect on his name when I seen that game right there. So
man, bust a motherfucking ass.
Yeah, and that series in general was probably one of the best series I ever seen, besides like Golden State.
It was a good series.
And
was a good series.
Golden State and was it Cleveland? I liked that one when Brian and them came back.
Oh, Game 7. One. Yeah, that was probably the best finals of all time to me. Because I was grown, I knew the game, I understood it, and me and you both big Brian fans, so to see him get one for the crib was dope.
Facts. Okay, so what's a car you will never drive again? Damn, bench mob, they done kicked him out. Pull it back up. Give me 1 second, bench mob, man. We was zoning and zoning, man, in the chromosome.
That's a good question. That's a good one I had to think about.
Man.
I want let's switch it up, man. You answer yours first and give me some time to think.
My bad. What's a car? My question was, what's one car you'll never drive again? All right, a car I will never drive again. Will probably be my second car that I ever had, and it was a Chrysler LHS. It was decent, it was a nice car, but man, when I say that puppy, man, just had so much damn trouble to it. It just gives me bad vibes every time I think about the Chrysler LHS. So, yeah, man, it looked cute on the outside, but everything else was bull. You know what I'm saying? Like everything else was garbage. I mean, I was fixing that car up every.
I think the worst car I had was it was a bucket anyway, but it was a Saab.
But it ain't worth the headache.
I had a Saab. It was one of them little shorter hatchback ones. In the month, sold that to the next goofball and went about my business.
Man, I had a Saab myself, man. Yeah, I don't like them Saabs either, for real.
I never get a Saab.
I think I had the Saab for about 2 weeks, man. Had to get rid of that thing ASAP. I was like, oh, hell no.
Probably tearing my quadricep.
All right, man, what's the worst injury you ever had?
I broke both my ankles before that. I mean, that's tragic, but the recovery time for that, and both times I was young enough to where it didn't really, didn't take me too long to get back to 100%. Maybe less than 4 months both times, especially the first time because I was in like 3rd grade. So by the time I got my cast off, I was back out doing my thing. But as far as my quadricep, I say that was the worst just because, for one, I had to have surgery. For two, I had to go through rehab, and then my medical was janky at the time, so I couldn't really afford to do the rehab. So I had to do it myself, and it just took me forever to get back to walking without a limp. Like, I walked with a limp for at least 6 to 8 months after I had, was going through the rehab process and was past that. Like, I should have been able to walk without a limp well before then. But like I said, with me not having done the rehab and just doing it myself and just trying to work the muscles back in my thigh, because, bro, when I say my thigh looked like I had one leg that looked like it was a baby leg. Like, that's how atrophied that's how atrophied my thigh muscles were, because I hadn't used them in like 6 months. My leg is stuck straight with staples, and you know what I mean. Like, so it was wild. So yeah, man, that was probably the worst injury I ever dealt with. Because like I said, it took me at least a year to be able to just walk normal.
I think my worst injury. Mm, I had a couple injuries that was bad. But I think the overall one that I would say, and I was gonna say, man, you had that pimp limp, you know what I mean? Had the little pimp limp, you know what I mean?
I had that old nigga walk when I was in my 30s. That's what I had.
Man, that ain't
I
no
wasn't
good.
in my 30s. I was in like my late. No, I was almost 30. I probably was like 27, 28 when that happened.
I think mine's was, man, I was at Lauren Park one year, man, with my cousin, man. We were some youngsters, man, and back in the day, you used to go to the park. They'd give you like a lunch. You know what I'm saying? You can get like a little free lunch. So we used to go to the park, hoop, and then get us a free lunch. So boom, they gave us a free lunch. They got the little waterfall over there at the park, and so we turned the little cartons that we got into little car boats. So I turned it into a car boat, put it in the waterfall, and mine was me, Dub, and my cousin Danielle. We all put them in there. Mine start to float away from me. So I'm like, damn, I gotta go get mine. So I jumps in and I cut my whole foot, like the whole bottom of my foot. So man, when I tell you I had to walk about 3 miles, and we put a bag. I had to put a bag. We put a bag around my foot, and so I'm walking home. And when I say I'm gushing blood, I'm talking about so much blood. I seen little white shit I never seen in my life, and I got some stitches with that. But yeah, that was just the hardest, worst injury I had. Just for the simple fact is, man, I had to thug it out like 2.5 miles and walk all the way to the crib and still go to the hospital. So man, when I tell you I was going through it, brother, I was going through it. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
it. All right, man. Before we get up out of here, man, if you got to drop a nug like you always do, my question for you
Yes,
is,
sir.
what's a moment when faith or belief carried you through, man?
Man, and this is a great question, and this is something that's I'm currently still striving and blessings and thanking the Lord for it, man. And it's when my mom got diagnosed,
Right,
it was like that was what really tested my faith as far as like really believing, because it's like my mom has always been such a gentle soul and caring soul, and she does for everybody and does for other people. It just didn't, it kind of shook my faith for a second.
right,
But I knew that wasn't what I was taught and how I was raised in the church. When we're raised in the church, we just have a different mindset as far as when tragic stuff like that happens, is that you have a part of you has, of course, it's going to be upset, but a part of you also is deep down in your roots as far as your spirituality, that it's in God's hands and it's in God's will. And so I just kept praying, that it was in God's will to get her in remission and keep her here with me, because I just needed her to be with me a little longer. And things turned around, and just even how she was even diagnosed, even though that was the outcome, it was a blessing because they were able to find it so early.
right.
So it's little things like that. You know what I mean? That keeps my faith strong and keeps me praying and thanking the Lord for waking me up every morning and giving me the ability to still have my faculties and still have good health and keep you and my other family and friends safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. So faith is something that it's a powerful thing, and it's something that I think to me it keeps me going. It gives me the strength in this crazy world to continue to stay positive, man.
Right, right. Well, I can feel that. Most definitely, you can't. That's one thing, man. Faith is always about being able to believe when you can't see the outcome. So you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
When you got that, ain't nothing that can beat it, man. You know what I'm saying. Like the Bible say, do not worry. You know what I'm saying. So you got to keep your faith strong, so you don't do whole lot of worrying. Well, you know what I'm saying? That was Neef. He dropped a nug on y'all. Make sure y'all keep y'all faith high. Hey, man, if y'all got time, hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. We definitely got to pay some bills. It's looking like the podcast is acting funny right now, too. So